That-
Hello, hello.
Hey, what's up?
We did it. Okay, so please introduce us to yourself.
My name's Dontei the Infernal Young. I fight out of Enterprise, Alabama, and I'm a knack Muay, I guess you call me, turned kickboxer.
A what?
A knack Muay, basically a Muay Thai fighter turned kickboxer.
Oh, I never knew that was a phrase. I didn't know that was a thing. Okay, okay. So, firstly, happy belated birthday.
Thank you, thank you.
I think we have the same birthday week.
Gotcha,
Yeah,
gotcha.
yeah.
I'm the 16th.
So, what got you into fighting in the first place?
Uh, I had a friend that actually was an instructor for capoeira, and he had passed away, but he was teaching me how to do capoeira. Like he kind of forced me into it, and I had to do some things. But no, he passed away, and he was one of my best friends. So I decided that I wanted to continue training because of him, and I just went on in. That was it.
I'm sorry to hear about your friend.
Yeah,
So now, follow-up question though: how do you keep winning fight after fight?
I don't.
You do
No, seriously.
though.
No, you do. Basically, I mean, it's all about the training, honestly. If you sit around and you party with your friends, you get your behind kicked, honestly.
Uh-huh.
I had a short stint of where I was like losing fights, and it was because I wasn't training. I was out partying, having fun.
Uh-huh.
Um, and then something clicked. I took a nice butt kicking, something clicked, and I after that, all sales forward. I started going to the gym almost every day,
Uh-huh.
and as you can see in my fights, I get stronger and stronger every time. So
Yeah.
it's all about putting the work in.
Yeah, your fights are very scary from what I've been seeing.
Thank you, thank you.
I guess that's a compliment. Um, um, how do you gain healthy weight?
Woo! For me, um, my problem normally I'm 175.
Mm-hmm.
I fight at 155, 160. Um, it's very hard to stay down, because everyone says, "Oh, if you fight at that weight, hang around there." It's very hard. Um, I I'm different from most fighters. My diet, I'll try to work like every 3 weeks eating clean, and
Mm-hmm.
then the rest I eat whatever. Um,
Oh
so
wow.
I won't say, yeah, I won't say it's actually healthy weight, but between going to my physicians, I'm perfectly healthy. So, my diet is just I eat fast food. No,
Really?
I eat as if I was a 200 and something pound man. I really do. But like 3 weeks prior to the fight, then I clean up and then, it's all sales forward. But yeah, no, I'm perfectly healthy. So I don't really have anything to tell no one, but just eat what you want.
That's so interesting, especially being from Alabama. I'm sure you're used to like good food.
Well, with that, I'm actually from Massachusetts. I moved down to
Wow.
Alabama.
Go
Yeah.
go Celtics.
Yes,
And
yes. We're
oh,
one for
and
the
go
sweep.
Patriots.
I'm not a Patriots fan. I love the Celtics though.
Okay, but keep going.
uh,
I was
oh
talking
yeah,
about
no,
food.
yeah, yeah. I'm actually from Massachusetts, so where I'm from, it's a lot of Portuguese and Italians, and it's all about eating up there. So yeah, no, I love food.
I mean, who doesn't? How can you not like food? Okay, speaking of being from Alabama, so you know Jake. You train with
Yes,
Jake.
he's one of my students.
Oh, what? Okay, okay. This is coming full circle now. Okay.
Yeah.
So were you at the fight in March then?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't see you. I'm sorry, or maybe I ignored you. I apologize.
Oh, it's all good. It's all good.
Jake's so sweet. He's such a which I'm sure is probably not a good thing. Tell him to be meaner. Tell him to be meaner.
We're working on that. We no, honestly, on the outside, he's very humble, very soft
Yeah.
spoken.
Yeah.
Um, you know, and I'm the complete opposite. I'm always cussing
Oh
and
no.
running around. Like, So when he's here, I guess he loves it. He says he loves it, but no, we're working on getting him out there. But his fighting has advanced over the year. I mean, he's come a long way too, and I'm proud of him.
He's phenomenal. He's so great.
Yeah.
Okay. Um, um, so we don't see a lot of spinning elbows in fights as often, because it's very hard to get someone close to you, right?
Mhm.
As an instructor, what do you try to emphasize to your students to get someone close to them?
To be quite honest, when I teach my students, I tell them to stick to the basics. If you don't know the basics, you really shouldn't even be doing any spinning attacks anyway.
Um,
But sticking to the basics, it leaves you less open for room for error. There leaves less room for error. So I pretty much try to tell them to stay away from, things like that. But as far as getting close, I do believe in the clinch game. Basically, I just tell them set it up, knees, teeps, come in, jabs, jab, cross into the face and clinch them up. And then that way we can go for body locks and clinches and start throwing knees on the body.
True, true, true. Okay. So let's say the dinosaurs existed right now. Okay. Which one would be your pet?
Honestly, I like horrible animals. I'd probably get a T-Rex.
Really?
Yeah.
Can you imagine a T-Rex guarding your house?
Honestly, I would like that. I live in a decent neighborhood,
That's
half
phenomenal.
good, half bad.
Okay, so again, dinosaurs exist right now.
Mm,
Which dinosaur would you fight?
if I loved the T-Rex, I would probably say the Triceratops.
Oh, that's a good one. Oh man, because you could grab them by the horns and just like.
Yes. Yep. Be safe. Save yourself by the horns.
That's good. Okay, so the fight happens to fall under Mother's Day weekend, obviously. What is your favorite memory with your mother?
Shit. Just being with her. My mother was a walker. And she used to like walk us. See, in Massachusetts, we walk cities. So like, yeah, she would walk cities, and I would love doing that with her.
Mm-hmm.
Still to today, I walk by myself,
Mm-hmm.
but Alabama's too big to walk a city, so and no one out here walks. So yeah, no, walking around with my mother, like spending like one-on-one time with her, that's more than enough for me.
What would you say your mom is most proud of you for right now?
The change in my life. I used to be a little jerk, and I grew up. I mean, it took me a long time to grow up, but no, she's more proud of me now than when I was younger.
That's beautiful. So I have to say this because I feel like I'm looking at you, but I'm not looking at you because your background. My grandmother, my family, my family in general is from Alabama, but my grandmother's
Yep.
house looks like your house.
Yeah. Yeah. My.
So yeah, so I'm like having happy flashbacks, right? Happy sad flashbacks right now.
Heard that.
The smell
Heard
of
that.
Thanksgiving like is like in my nose right now. Like, oh
I
man, I
got
miss
you.
I miss good home cooking. You know?
Yes. Yes.
Um, so as an OG, I'm sure you've had, oh, sorry. Is that my phone or your phone?
Uh, I'm not sure.
But
Oop.
you can still see me though, right?
Yep. You're still moving.
Okay. Are you on Wi-Fi right now?
No, I'm on my regular line.
Okay. Okay. So as an OG, what is a memory that still sticks with you till this day that you're like, oh man, I shouldn't have done that? Or a memory where you're like, man, like that was a really good move. I hope I can do that again.
What I shouldn't have done, it was at the same place, LeLeo Code. That's basically like my home, LeLeo Code.
Aw.
For the record, I have not gotten a win there. On On tape, I might have won, but the
Mm-hmm.
judges went the other way. But
Mm-hmm.
anyways, besides that, I got my arm broke, and one of the things my coach, my cornerman, who was also my coach, he told me not to step back. And one of my favorite things to do in fighting is step back. So I stepped out of my range and into the kid's range. And yeah, he kicked
Mm-hmm.
the mess out of me so many times, he ended up breaking my arm. And I've learned from that for sure. And yeah, I'll never do that again.
Oh my gosh. Okay, okay. What would you say is the best movie about fighting?
The best movie about fighting?
Mm-hmm.
Mm, I mean, how about a movie with a lot of fighting in it? Will that work?
That works.
All right, my best movie with that would be Demolition Man because I love Wesley Snipes when
Ooh.
he goes in.
Yes. I was gonna say, why doesn't he fight more in films? Like, I feel like
Oh,
sometimes
he
when we
went in on
ask too
Demolition
much, I feel like we
Man.
ask too much of like older actors, like who are former action stars. It's like you can only do so much at 60 years old, you know?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, so
Well, unless
Dante,
you're Bob Bernard Hopkins.
right, right. So Dante, where can we sponsor you, support you? Where can we find your gym, etc., etc.?
Right now, my gym's is in Enterprise, Alabama. It's actually a wrestling gym with
Mm-hmm.
some striking coaches. It's called Enterprise Assassin Wrestling. Um, we are switching over. It's becoming a MMA gym now. He moved to a new location, but I actually forgot the address. But no, it's a new location. It's very huge. I can't tell you the square footage, but there's a downstairs, there's a
Oh
upstairs.
wow.
The parent waiting room is ginormous. He has a waiting room for the wrestlers in the back, and all, you know, us two in the back. He's getting MMA coaches. He already has wrestling coaches. He already has striking coaches. So moving on to the MMA side, we just started, and it's looking pretty good.
Nice, nice. And then final question, I'm gonna let you go, okay? So I'm sure you've seen the movie Fight Club.
Yes.
A quote from the film is, "How do you know yourself if you've never been in a fight?" Do you feel like that you know yourself better since you've been fighting?
Honestly, you do. Because I've been fighting for a long time, as you guys know.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, I'm a very angry person, even though I smile a lot.
Yeah.
And honestly, fighting has calmed me down. Even the fact that I just turned 41, if like when I get injured and I'm out for a long time from the gym, I have a lot of issues, like, you know, with people and things, you know, fighting, I don't know, it calms me down. It's like, yeah, it's an outlet, you know, and
Mm-hmm.
I try to teach it to all the troubled little kids, you know. I try to be that guy in the hood telling the troubled little kids to come fight. You know, some parents are like, why would you do that? But no, it saved my life. You
Yeah.
know, once I started taking it serious, I stopped going to jail. I stopped getting in trouble. You know,
Mm-hmm.
people look at me now like, oh my God, that's the guy, instead of, oh my God, get away from him, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah, fighting's changed my life and made me better in all ways, always.
I find that we forget that it's a martial art. We ignore
Yes,
that word art. You know, like I
yes,
find it similar to like some people find peace playing an instrument. Some people find
hmm,
peace singing. You know, some people find
absolutely.
peace, you know, sweating, you know, in a
Yeah,
gym. And I think that makes it a great art, if that makes
absolutely.
sense.
Well, with Muay Thai, there's a lot of meditation too, and a lot of
Mm-hmm.
fighters forget about that. You know, hey, I'm a fighter, I'm doing Muay Thai, but do you know the heritage? Do you know the history? Do
Mm-hmm.
you know that you need to relax and sit down in the corner and actually meditate and clear your mind? Like a lot of people don't. A lot of people just do this for the fighting. You know, like with Jake, I try to instill that in him, which he's already there. He's already got his own Zen. But you
Mm-hmm.
know, I want him to learn because at the end of the day, you know, we're supposed to learn this and pass it on. You know, that's what this whole martial arts thing's about. Pass on your knowledge, but do it the right way. You
Yeah.
know, there's a lot of rules to it. You know, guys that are like already mainstream, you could see that they don't follow those rules. They like
Hmm.
to sucker people outside in the street.
Hmm.
Um, but no, it helps. And you know, again, you're right. It is an art, and it soothes the soul.
Yeah. Well, Dante, it's a pleasure of officially meeting you.
Yes.
And I look forward to
Same to
seeing
you.
you next weekend.
Absolutely.
You guys travel safely, okay? And I'll see you guys, okay? Get here in one piece.
Yes. All right. And it will be a show. I'll let you guys know
I'm
that.
sure, bro. I'm sure it will be. I'm so excited.